Pressures from the man, please overstay. When this beat stored up on us.
My name is Jesse and one of the reasons I love downwind foiling is I come from a surfing background, and in surfing it's so different where it's kind of like almost bad etiquette to roll up to a surf break with too many people. You know, usually if you're gonna go and surf waves, you want to go up with a friend or maybe two, but kind of keep it low key and try to not crowd out the waves. Whereas in downwind foiling, the terrain is the open ocean, so your field of play is just endless, and that totally changes the dynamic of the way that we interact with other people and trying to foil. You know, you can go out and it's almost like with foiling, you can say the more the merrier. There's so much room for everybody and so many endless waves with the open ocean swells that you get into this mindset which is so different from surfing, which is, you know, yeah, if you and all your friends want to come downwind, let's all go. Let's go have fun and let's get some of the boys together and let's all go do it. And it's interesting because of that, I think, just the difference in surfing. And in some ways, when you look at it that way, it's almost like the sport with the most aloha in the ocean, because you're always trying to say, there's plenty of room for everyone. There's more than enough waves for everyone. Let's all go there and have a blast.
Voyager foiler. First time I saw these guys flying by, I was sitting on my shortboard, sinking to the bottom. A few years back when I was just, Drew Automo, Simeon, Foil Wiz, and Adam. And I was like, I gotta do that. That's pretty cool. But, I wasn't feeling the whole Voyager hype. To me, voyaging is, you're going out to sea for weeks on end, surrounded by horizon. You're using the stars, the sun, the moon, the waves, the wind, the birds to get there, to get where you need to get, with one of your crew next to you, And so I was like, these guys, they're flying around the coast. That's pretty cool. Catching the wind waves, and I think I can do that. So finally got the rig and went, got the invite. I got humbled immediately, pounded, breached, fell. And, all the years of ocean experience, it kind of took it back to the beginning. It was like learning how to surf all over again. And the kind of best thing about it was, how that whole crew of guys that kind of started doing these runs, how they kind of were just so helpful and cool, and always like willing to wait for you. They're willing to give rides and willing to give you tips, and just it was just a different vibe than we're used to in the ocean as surfers and even paddlers these days. So and then finally you click in and you're with the crew and you go out there and it's just you in the ocean. But then you might end up next to another guy and you're trying to find the line, you're trying to hold the line. And every line's different, every wave's different. And it's always different, every wind is different. And it's just an opportunity that we never get, that we've always wanted to do, is become the seabird, be the wave, be the wind. And you couldn't do it without a good crew of guys. And so for me, that's been the best part, is getting to know guys from like all different rare walks of life, from elite athlete, pro surfers, to your average workers. We got doctors, we got teachers, we got video editors, nurses, firemen, lifeguards. They're all, one common goal is to get that glide and get that speed and get on the ocean and get on the water. And it's a real special thing that we want to keep doing, and we want to keep that positivity flowing. And it's good, don't get me wrong. We're competitive. We always want to see who can go the fastest, who can stay out the longest, who can carve the best. And guys will take it. I mean, that humble pie is always up for grabs, even though no matter how good you think you got it. Right when you think you got it all dialed in, the ocean delivers you another punch to the gut, and you're just like, oh, you take that pie, you shed the ego, and you get back up and do it again, and the boys are always there and jostling each other. And that's kind of a spirit that has been lost in the surfing world that hopefully we're reclaiming, you know, in this search for the bump, in this search for the glide on this in the deep blue. You know, there's an old Olelo no Iao from Mary Kavena Pukui. It goes Aoi ke kai me he manuala. And it's one of my favorites because it means to cross the sea like the bird. Cross the sea like a bird. And, you know, every time you see a bird go by, whether it's manuiva, whether it's moli, albatross, whether it's a shearwater, whether it's a booby bird, uaukani, you know, you want to be that bird, and that's, I think it's the closest thing we can get to it, is you're doing everything you want to do. You're flying and you're riding waves. And the joy is absolute and it's real. So you're either in or you're in the way. Nah.
Feel love and remember,